So I want to do a message for the Divine Feminine, and I just asked the question, how does the universe see you? What are you doing right? And I got this new deck. I don't know what it's called because it didn't come with like casing, so I don't remember what this deck was called, but it's beautiful. I always pick like decks that are like mystical and fairy tale like, and I don't know, just give you that feeling of like a mystical place. So this is the first one, the deer and the moon, right there. See that? So beautiful, right? So it says, mystical journey. I am on a mystical journey, and each step brings me closer to my true self. So the universe sees that you're marching to your own drum. You're on this mystical journey. You don't know how it's going to turn out, but you're leaning in and you're trusting the creator and your highest self to guide you down the right path. So you're going down this mystical journey, and as you take these steps of facing your shadow, of looking within, of just doing the things that you need to, of forging your own path, you get closer and closer to your true self. Like, you're no longer you're no longer putting on a mask at times, you're no longer um, allowing other people's opinions to influence you. You're literally in your authentic self. Like, whoever wants to be in your life will be in your life, whoever doesn't doesn't. Like, you'll align with the right people. So you're on this like hermit lone journey, like you see how the deer is by itself, and it's just looking backwards that like, hey, this is how far I've come. So it's like closer and closer you get closer to your true self, and to that place where you're like, oh, okay, this is who I am, right? And then the cat, there's this little cat there on the balcony with the kids right now that's been visiting us. So it's funny that this cat just came out. So it says, infinite creativity. I tap into my infinite creativity, expressing myself freely and joyfully. So how you're getting closer and closer to your authentic self, to your true self, is because you're tapping into your creativity. So yeah, basically you tapping into your creativity and um, and expressing yourself freely and joyfully. Like, you're not holding back who you are. You say what you want to say. You don't sugarcoat things. You are logical yet you approach things from your head and your heart space, right? So it's like you're getting to that place that brings you closer to your true self because of the fact that you're exploring your creativity. You're expressing yourself creatively, the way you speak, the passions that you pursue, the passions that you do. Like, that's what's getting you closer to your authentic self. Like, it's like if you're a witchy type person, then you're diving into these things. Like, for example, for me, like, I just got this necklace because I'm getting into those crystals and this and that. Anything that's about aligning me with a higher vibration and getting me into a state where I'm calm and peaceful and whatever the case may be, I'm looking into that. And I've always been interested in that stuff, but I've just put it off to the side, not really diving into too much. I've always had tarot cards, but I was like, just one deck and I'll do it every once in a while, right? But now I've got to a place where I've gotten a bunch of tarot decks, and it feels good, like, because I'm diving into my creativity. So it's like, whatever your interests are, you're in that place where you're diving into it. You're fully diving into it. You're trying different things. You're exploring, and it's making you feel good because you're being creative, and that's what your soul is meant to be, is be creative. So yeah, like, these two cards align with each other, and they're both like animals. And then and the black cat, right? Like, the witchy black cat. The black cat always represents um, like Salem and everything. Like, from Sabrina the Teenage Witch, she had a black cat. Like, it's all part of, like, a witch usually has a black cat. And it's so funny, I got a cup. Hold on, maybe I'll pause and show it to you guys for a second. So yeah, this is the cup I got. A witchy poo cup. There's all this tarot reader that says that, and I like that saying. So basically what this cup says, it says, we are the granddaughters of the witches you couldn't burn. Like, how crazy is that? Like, literally, like, so many women got burnt at the stake for being considered a witch, and usually they were considered a witch because they were healing people, they were intellectual, they wanted to read. Like, all of these things is what classified them as a witch, because they weren't adhering to society, right? So the witches, are the people that were considered witches were the ones who made it out and escaped perjury, is that what it's called, or prejudice, or whatever, like that term. The ones that made it out, we are the granddaughters of those witches that survived, right? That you couldn't burn at the stake. Like, ooh, it gives me goosebumps just thinking about that. So when I saw that cup, I was like, I need a teacup. The handle on my cup broke. I'm copping that. And that's the thing, is like your creativity is what fuels you. Like the creativity by getting jewelry that expresses your style, or necklaces, your creativity by dressing a certain way that reflects your personality, your creativity by writing, painting, sculpting, building stuff, like whatever you create, like your whatever the creative pursuit that you're passionate about, producing music, anything, that's when you feel fulfilled. When you're not pursuing your creativity, it's like you feel bored and you feel like life is meaningless. Every time you do something creative, you feel that inspiration, that motivation, that spark. You feel excited, you light up. So it's like your creativity is what gets you to align with your authentic self. Whereas when you're just doing the task that you must do, then you feel like you're just a robot going on with your day and getting things done, but you're not like really tapping into who you are. You're just doing what you have to, you know? So the next card that came out was Mystical Power, and it says, my inner power is limitless, and I embrace my mystica abilities with confidence. So basically, it's so funny because they're all aligning with each other. So just like how I was saying, like witch, right? I just showed the witch cup, and that's your mystical powers. Like you are a witch, you are a healer, you are someone who taps into the divine through your creative pursuits. So because you're doing your creativity, that's what's aligning you with your authentic self, and by doing that creativity, you're tapping into your powers. You're realizing your powers are limitless. You can do whatever you want to do. Like you're not bound to one thing. You can do multiple things. Whatever excites you, you're exploring. Whether it's sports, whether it's all of these things, sports, writing, like I'm trying to think of other things, like reading, learning, knowledge, like raising a family, like sorry, my brain is like going like numb right now, but like anything that you're interested in, you're tapping into it and you're doing it with all your power, and you're realizing that like literally my powers are limitless. I can accomplish all these things and still have the energy to keep going, you know? And it's giving you the confidence to, by you pursuing your creative pursuits, you're gaining the confidence, and because you're tapping into all these powers, you're like, yo, I can do this. Like, I'm good at this. Like, I can, like, try something and keep going and going and going until I get better and better. You don't just give up at the first sign that you're not perfect at it. No, you're like, okay, I'm not good at it right now, but I'll get better and better over time. The point is not giving up, and that's what's making you learn more and tap into more powers that are within you, because you've probably done this for multiple lifetimes. It's just remembering it again. It's like when a baby comes into this world, it has to learn how to talk, it has to learn how to eat. It can't just eat right away until it gains the neck muscles. Like, it has to learn everything, just like riding a bike, to keep doing it until you learn it. Any skill is about keep learning it, just not giving up at the first sign of struggle, at the first time that you're, oh, I'm not able to do this. No, you keep going, you get back up, and you keep going. And then the next card was Enchanted Spirit. And you see how this one's, what is she holding? Is that a butterfly, or what are those things called that light up? It's so beautiful. Now the next three ones are like all females, and the first two were like cats. Like, you're probably at the point now where you're getting everything that define who you are. Maybe you lost yourself for a little while. Like, for example, for me, in my 20s, I was owning in on all the things that I found interesting. Sports, acting, writing, stuff like these bracelets, necklaces, like everything I gathered that represented my personality and who I was, right? And then after becoming a mom and having kids, like, I just focused on them, and I kind of lost like parts of me on who I was. Like, I was still writing, but I was just losing parts of me, right? And now I'm okay, nice. Now I'm back at a place, careful, okay? now I'm back at a place where I'm owning in who I am. So I'm getting my bracelets again. I'm getting my necklaces again. I'm getting these type of shirts that I like. Like I'm owning in on everything that represents me. Like these are like all the decks of cards that I'm getting. Like I have so many decks of cards that are sitting beside me right now. And it's like I'm just rediscovering who I am and putting all those things together and really owning in on this is my thing. And when I try something and if I don't like it, that doesn't become part of my identity. So it's like tarot cards, tarot readings, stuff like this, crystals, bracelets, with crystals in them, like owls, like all of these things I'm revamping and becoming who I am. So it's like you really are becoming your authentic self because you're gathering all these things that define who you are, you know? And that's what's getting you to tap into your inner powers because you're just discovering more and more about who you are. You may have days where you feel like, what's going on? What am I doing? And you might feel defeated, but somehow you get back up and you get back to that place where you continue pursuing your creativity because you know that that's the one thing that works for you. That's the one thing that gets you out of your hump, you know? So, the next card that came out was, did I say this one? No, I don't think so. Yeah, it says Enchanted Spirit. My spirit is full of magic and wonder, bringing enchantment to my daily life. So it's like when you are in that place where you are, like you have your days, like I said, where you feel brain fog, where you feel like you just have to get through the day, like just get things done, just like you're not able to really focus on you and what you want to do. You just have to do the things that you need to, right? But when you are out of your hump and you're exploring your creativity, you realize that your spirit is full of magic, and that's what's getting you to tap into your powers, right? Is that, and that's what brings magic and wonder. You're probably like a truth seeker, wanting to know the truth, how this world works, why are things the way they do, what's the bigger picture, what's the bigger purpose of everything. And that's what brings enchantment to your daily life. So it's like you have basically left the system to a degree, right? You still have to be parts of it in certain ways, right? With certain interactions, maybe you family members, you have to kind of play a certain role around them that it's like, yeah, you're being your authentic self. Hold on. So yeah, there may be like certain environments where you have to still be a part of the system. Like for example, for me, like I have kids and I take them to birthday parties or whatever, and they go to school, so I'm still technically a part of the system when it comes to them, right? So around them, I can't be quote unquote my authentic self. Thankfully, when I go to kid parties, I don't really talk to anybody because they don't speak English. Everyone speaks Spanish, so I'm like, okay, cool. I'm just there. I'm dealing with the kids. If someone does speak English, then I'll talk to them. But like, it's like really like the island vibe, and like no one really speaks English. But I have met mom friends that speak English, and that's who I talk to. So I'm at a point where it's like I don't even entertain conversations or friendships that are not aligned with who I am, and if I'm not able to be my authentic self. And I've been like that for a long time. Like I won't be friends with people if I can't be my authentic self, who I don't trust, who I don't feel comfortable opening up to. So for me, it's like slowly removing myself from the system. Whereas if I didn't have kids, I wouldn't really be a part of the system. I would be far removed from it, only being a part of it if I need to make income off of it, right? So so you're just at a place where you're seeing the magic in daily life because you're removing yourself more from the system and you're just pursuing what you like and doing the things that you like, and you're not being fixated on what society tells you who you should be and what you should do, right? So that's what's making you see the wonder and the joy in the little things. Like I felt good getting my cup. I was like, yay, now I have like this amazing cup of tea that I can look at and like just feel that goosebumps when I read that sentence, right? So the next card that came out was Internal Grace. And this says, sorry, let me make sure the sound is working. So the last card to come out was Internal Grace. And this says, I move through life with internal grace, knowing that I'm always supported by the universe. So you're moving through this life with grace, with trust, that you're like, you know what, like everything's gonna be all right because the universe has my back. So I'm gonna approach things from a graceful like pure-hearted place, right? So that's where you're approaching things, that you're just moving through the way you speak, the way you talk, the way you look,